Have you ever wondered what happened after the happily ever after for those who survived the war? What happens when the fighting stops, but the internal battles are just beginning? Today, we're diving into a story that explores just that. A tale of love, loss, and the long road to peace after World War II. This is the story of Anya and Danny. Our story begins in the spring of 1945, in the rubble of a small Dutch town, finally freed from years of occupation. The air is thick with a strange mix of relief and sorrow. Among the crowds of liberated citizens is Anya, a young woman desperately searching for any sign of her family, from whom she was separated during the final, chaotic days of the conflict. Her hope is dwindling with every passing hour. Just as despair begins to set in, a hand reaches out to her. It belongs to Danny, an American pilot whose bomber crew has been assisting with relief efforts. He's seen the haunted look in her eyes before, in the faces of countless others across Europe. He offers her a warm drink and a promise he'll help her search. Day after day, they navigate the ruins together, checking lists of survivors, visiting makeshift clinics, and asking endless questions. In those long, uncertain days, a powerful bond forms between them. They find a strange comfort in the shared silence, a mutual understanding of the horrors they've witnessed. Anya tells him about her life before the war, about the tulip fields and her dreams of becoming a teacher. Danny speaks of his home in Chicago, of the roar of the city, and his love for baseball. Simple things that now feel like they belong to another lifetime. They talk about their losses, not in graphic detail, but in the quiet spaces between words, in the shared glances that say more than sentences ever could. They represent two different worlds, brought together by the same cataclysm. And they begin to dream of a future where peace is not just an absence of war, but a genuine feeling of home. As the months turn into a year, their bond deepens into love. Danny proposes, and Anya, seeing a new beginning in his eyes, says yes. She becomes a war bride, one of thousands of European women who crossed the Atlantic for a new life with the soldiers they fell in love with. She leaves behind the only home she's ever known and sails for America. Chicago is a world away from her Dutch town. The city is loud, vibrant, and overflowing with a post-war optimism that feels alien to Anya, while Danny easily slips back into civilian life. Finding a job as a commercial pilot and reconnecting with his family, Anya feels adrift. The towering skyscrapers feel like cages, and the constant noise of the city is a stark contrast to the quiet devastation she left behind. Every night, her dreams are filled with the ghosts of her past, the faces of her lost family, the sounds of sirens. She tries to be the wife Danny deserves. She learns to cook American food. She smiles at his family gatherings. She pretends the shadows in her heart aren't there. But the trauma of the war is a deep wound, one that a change of scenery cannot heal. She feels a growing distance between her and Danny. He sees a quiet, sometimes distant wife, but he doesn't understand the invisible war she's still fighting every single day. Anya starts to question everything. Can their love, born in the ruins of Europe, truly survive in this bustling, seemingly carefree American life? Is she a ghost, forever haunting the life she's supposed to be building? She fears that she's dragging Danny down, that her brokenness will eventually shatter their shared dream. Just as she hits her lowest point, a telegram arrives. It's from Holland. A distant cousin she thought was lost has been found, and they have something for her, a box of her mother's belongings, recently discovered in the hidden compartment of an old armoire. The telegram is a jolt, a call from a life she thought was gone forever. With Danny's hesitant blessing, Anya knows she must go back. She needs to face her past one last time. Returning to Holland is surreal. The town is slowly being rebuilt, but the scars are still visible, much like her own. Her cousin greets her with tears and hands her the old, dusty box. Inside, beneath faded linens, Anya finds a stack of letters written by her mother during the war. As she reads, a family secret unravels, one her mother had kept hidden to protect her. The letters reveal a story of immense courage and sacrifice, but also a painful truth about her family's fate that is different from what she had always believed. It's a revelation that is both heartbreaking and liberating. The secret isn't a magical cure, but it's a key. It unlocks a part of her grief she was never able to access, allowing her to finally understand the full scope of her loss. By confronting this long-buried truth in the place where it all happened, she can finally begin to properly mourn. She realizes that her past is not something to be escaped, but a part of her story that has shaped the strong, resilient woman she is today. When she returns to Chicago, something has changed. The shadows in her eyes have softened. She can finally share the full weight of her story with Danny, not as a burden, but as a part of herself. And he, in turn, finally understands the depth of her pain and the incredible strength it took for her to survive. The distance between them closes. Their love, once forged in the fires of war, is now tempered by understanding and a shared journey of healing. Anya learns that home isn't just a place. It's the peace you build within yourself and with the person you love. Her new life in America isn't an escape from her past, but a continuation of a story of survival, resilience, and enduring love. Their story reminds us that the aftermath of any great struggle is a journey in itself, and that healing often requires us to look back before we can truly move forward. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a like and subscribe for more. See you next time.